Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go with them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, I'm going to go over a story titled, Am I the A-hole for ghosting my girl after she nearly off both of us? And a shout out to Harold for sending me this story. And guys, this story is about a young guy. He's 22. The guy's doing well for himself in life, and he has a 20-year-old girlfriend. And recently, he is done with his girl after she royally, and I do mean royally, crossed the line in something she did while they were driving, and literally could have ended up getting them both, or even something worse, somebody else. And to no surprise, this guy's handling it like an adult, and she's handling it like a temper tantrum throwing 4-year-old. Zero accountability for her actions, gaslighting, drama, that whole type of thing. And I've been going to go over here, guys, once again reminding you how you have to really evaluate your situation with your relationships. And if your girlfriend or wife, whatever, is really showing who they are through their actions, it's best sometimes to cut ties. And of course, the old joke about the gals and accountability. So it's a good one here. Thought you guys would definitely enjoy this. He says, so my girlfriend, a 20-year-old female, and I, a 22-year-old male, have been together for a little over 10 months now. We haven't had any heated arguments or fights as of yet, except for the fact that she keeps tickling me randomly, despite the fact that I've repeatedly told her never do it again, because I connect strangely to it, something from my childhood which I don't want to get into. Okay, she's 20 years old and she keeps tickling him. I mean, you're not a bunch of kindergartners. Grow up. Already, she's displaying signs of very immature behavior. And I might add, he's repeatedly told her, stop doing it. But notice, because clearly he's not standing his ground the way he should, she keeps pulling this stunt. Now, to get to the current situation, this week I had my car returned from a paint job and some major look changes, and I'm really satisfied with the results. So I took the day off from work and took my girl on a short trip outside the city. There you go, doing some road tripping, displaying that car he loves. We drove to a lake, ate some food, and relaxed for a couple hours until it got pretty dark, and we decided to head back home to get some sleep, as I had to get to work the next day and she had an exam. On the way home, I started talking about how happy I felt with how the paint job turned out, and out of nowhere, she starts tickling me. He's driving, and he says he's going to react to that. Grow the fuck up, girl. I pushed her hand away and told her stop. She then reached for my ribs again with both hands and got me swerving off the road. Grow the F up. Swerving off the road. He could have hit somebody. He could have offed somebody. They themselves could have been killed. Or he could have hit somebody walking a dog or another car or something because she's acting these childish games. Grow the F up. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, although my car got some deep scratches, but that doesn't even matter anymore, as I already slowed down after her first attempt to tickle me. I'll admit that I told her, what the fuck is wrong with you, as soon as we stepped out of the car, and she started crying. What a freaking child. So his car, which he loves, just had it redone, all that, and now all his scratches and dents and everything because of her acting like this, knowing full well he doesn't like it, and now, what a freaking child. But you know what? He does bear some blame here, and I'm going to call him on it, that repeatedly she's done this, and he's told her no, and she keeps doing it. He should have, look what, you all know how bad this could have gotten. Now she's crying. But I couldn't care less, as I felt as if my veins were going to pop out of my head. When we got home, I told her to pack her things and go to her best friend's house, but she threw a tantrum and begged me to forgive her for a little mistake. Threw a tantrum. Of course she threw a tantrum because she's a big child. She doesn't realize what she's done here. I think this guy, she should be paying him for the damages to his fucking car. He just had it done. I didn't say a word. I simply stared in disgust and pointed her to her luggage after her friend picked her up. I tried to go to sleep, but my mind was racing, so I barely got any rest. Yeah, I wouldn't sleep either. I'd be so pissed off. Except I would have left her there. After that whole thing happened, I'd be like, driven away. Oh no, she can find an Uber. This happened on Tuesday, and she's been blowing up my phone ever since. But I haven't answered any calls or texts from her. I just blocked her. Good. Good for you. It's about time. Once she started that tickle crap, and after you saying don't do that ever again, and she kept doing it, you should have ended with her. But, fair enough. What's done is done. But no, it's over. This led to her friend coming to my house and telling me to at least hear my girlfriend out. I'd say, friend, Get the fuck out of my place. This is not your business. It's always the friend that comes over. But I told her to fuck off and leave me alone, which made her tell me that I'm more in love with a car than my girlfriend. No, I'm more in love with not dying or being responsible for somebody else's death. Think about this. If he hit somebody, he hit another car, or he swerved off and hit somebody, a couple little kids walking down the street riding on their bikes or something like that, do you think they go after her? No, they go after him. Okay? So am I the a-hole in this situation? Should I talk to my girl? I already feel like I can't trust her after what happened and that our relationship cannot be fixed. No, you're not the a-hole. She's the a-hole. She's a freaking child. You are incompatible. And she came to see that she did anything wrong. And now she's throwing tantrums and getting her friend to come over and yell at you and all that. Hell no. A couple quick comments for the update here. One guy says, I am 40. This is from a woman. She says, I'm a 42-year-old female and married. My kids are 11 and 9. I've taught them that they cannot argue and shout in the car and not distract the driver, as all our lives could be put at risk. The kicker for me was that she did it the second time after you told her to stop. OP, you may have many girlfriends over the years, but you only have one life. Not the a-hole, my dude. Kick her ass to the curb. That's from a woman. Right there. Another one. This is from a dude. Not the a-hole. What your ex-girlfriend did could have ended in manslaughter. And even before that, her tickling you when you told her repeatedly that disturbs you was abusive and disrespectful. But tickling you while you're driving was insanely cruel and dangerous. I'm sorry, but there's nothing to talk about here. She has shown you what she is. Believe her and don't let her near you again. Amen. And the whole comment section's full of that. But the thing is, this guy's young and he's like, maybe I'm doing something wrong here. So here's his update. It says, so the past couple of hours have been insane. Honestly, before the actual update, I just wanted to sort some things out. He says, I've seen people talking about this post being rage bait or fake. Honestly, I wish it was, but I actually need to hear some opinions on what happened. 2, some people talked about me having anger issues. This is not true at all. People are giving him a hard time. Anger issues? Really? Do you realize what she could have done? I never snapped at her like this for tickling me, let alone hitting her or anything like this. But in the rage of the moment, I couldn't help keep my mouth shut. I might consider myself to be a calm person, but that doesn't mean I will laugh and giggle through stupid stuff. She's a freaking child. What if they hit somebody? Again, the actual crash happened at the speed that could have killed us if I swerved in the wrong direction. I was driving on a country road. I could have front hit a car coming from the other direction. At the speed at which the crash happened was around 40 miles an hour. The tickling part in childhood trauma, I mentioned that to my now ex-girlfriend about 3 months ago into our relationship. But as many point out the obvious, I wasn't dating the sharpest tool in the shed, and it took me a while to realize. So I guess I might be a bit dumb as well. Well, you two are not compatible. And yeah, okay, he's a couple of years older than her, but she is a very big child here. I think I might have misused the term ghosting. In my head, telling her to get out of my house was already a clear sign of our relationship status. Well, yeah, but still. Now on to the actual update, he says. After reading nearly all the comments, I took the decision to send my ex a message where I told her we should meet face to face. Bad idea. Bad idea. Nothing good is going to come from this. She's a big child. You can explain to your blue in the face what she did was wrong. She's not going to, and watch this. Some people suggested I should file a lawsuit, but my ex is still in university and her parents can barely afford helping her. Not your problem. Not your problem. She's going to get away with this because they don't have much money and they're helping her through university. She shouldn't be in school. She's a moron. She obviously has done an insanely dumb stunt, but I don't want to punish her parents for it. The car is in the process of getting fixed and I can afford it without any major financial issues. Still, I took screenshots of her messages in order for me to have some proof in case the situation escalates. Always have evidence stored away. So I met earlier at the coffee shop. She looked as if she's been crying for a long time, but I didn't change my mind at all. Please, she's not been crying. She got there ahead of time, went in the bathroom, whipped up some tears, thought of some sad movie, and now she's making it look like to manipulate you. What shocked me was the fact that she leaned in for a kiss when she saw me, as if nothing happened. I stopped her and told her that we need to have a serious conversation. I explained that what happened wasn't because of the car itself, but because of her disrespecting my boundaries and not thinking for a second about what might happen if she did that thing. Besides that, I also felt disrespected by the fact that her best friend came knocking at my door to demand things, despite not having any right to do so, which led me to ask my ex if she told her best friend the truth or she lied about the situation. What do you think, guys? Do you think she told the full truth about the situation or she left some important details out? Place your bets. She said that she only told her friend that we had a small car crash, and I'm pissed at her. That she left some key things out here. Come on, how about the fact that he repeatedly told her don't tickle him, that they could have crashed into somebody, all these other things. Hearing that made me feel disappointed as hell, but I did my best to remain calm. Well, good you remain calm, but it would be warranted if he yelled at her. Frankly, she needs to have consequences, understand consequences for her actions here. I told her to tell the real story to her friends and family, and she raised her voice and told me that I'm accusing her of being a liar, something that led to a 15-minute discussion about how the crash was solely her fault and how she put our lives at risk. Bro, you're talking to a wall. You are wasting... This is an hour of your life. If it stays stressed out over an hour, you're never going to get back. Okay? Completely wasting your time. She's a child. She's a narcissist. She doesn't think anything... Everybody else is the villain in the wrong but her. Many of us have been there. I asked her if everything's clear to her about our situation, and her response was, yep, 100%, can we go home now? You know, if she would actually own up to what she did, he would still break up with her probably, but at least they could part ways with having some respect for her, but now there's none. That honestly shocked me. I told her there's no way we can be back together, and I suggested she should be more careful and considerate with her future partner. Good answer. Now please leave. Her reaction was, wait for it, all tears, shaking, and begging me to reconsider my decision, but I just can't look at her the same anymore. Bro, you're not compatible. You are very mature for your age and going somewhere, and she's a big child. She's dragging you down, and this will not stop. I explained again that for me, it wasn't a small mistake that she made. It was a full-on stupid decision that shouldn't be done by an adult, as it could have resulted in something deadly. Well, she's not an adult. She may be 20 years old. Legally, she may have been an adult since she's 18, but she's a big child. Obviously spoiled, obviously just dumb, let's be honest here. So many young people nowadays, they could be 20 years old, 25 years old, 30-year-old, and they still... have no maturity, but they were raised badly, and again, look at our society. She just thinks I'm exaggerating, and this back and forth argument led to her asking if there's someone else in my life, and I'm just using the ex as an excuse. So she's twisting things around. She's smart enough to at least to try to twist things around to make it out that he's reacting this way because he must be effing some other girl. You got to be kidding me here. I denied and told her that she is too selfish to even realize that she broke my trust and disrespects me by saying this type of crap. Exactly. I left the coffee shop feeling like I've been talking to a wall. Well, you were. But at least I can't say that I didn't try to have the conversation. An hour ago, her mom texted me asking what happened, and I told her everything. I said I don't want any money from them, but the only thing I'm asking is that my ex to keep her distance from me. Well, that was nice of him. He could have handled it a different way, you know? She apologized for what her daughter did and wished me all the best. Wow, that's nice. As for her friend, from my understanding, she came to my house without talking to my ex on whether she should do it or not. So I guess she just tried to be the main character in this whole story. So no surprise here when the friends get involved, whether the person mentioned the situation or gave their approval that. Right now I'm preparing for work, but my chest isn't heavy anymore. In case anything will happen in the future, I'll keep everyone updated. But I hope it won't be that case, LOL. Thank you for the help, helping me navigate this weird situation, and thanks for all the kind messages. Hope everyone stays safe. And he says, sorry if this wasn't the drama-filled update some people might have expected, but I came here with the desire to get some perspective on my situation and be transparent as possible. I never intended to post the story for the votes or anything like that. Oh, there you go. And I wish this guy all the best. And I hope in the future, because he's obviously a relationship guy, he does a little more screening time with his girls before he, gets into a relationship with them. And if a gal ever crosses the line with you, with him was the tickling thing, and she doesn't respect you after you giving her the warning the first time, it's best to part ways. And I really hope he also recognizes that if he's going to get serious with someone for a relationship, make sure her level of maturity at the very least matches his own. I mean, this girl is a big child, but probably She's probably good looking, good body, you know, fun in the sack. Who knows? But just that stuff ridiculous. And that girl is only going to, well, let's just say, lead somebody down a very bad path one day. But I do not in any way, shape, or form believe this is over. I think she's going to be chasing after him, ghosting, probably pulling some serious crazy stuff because her emotions are crazy. So I'd be expecting some updates here. So anyhow, guys, there you go about the whole accountability thing, as well as just people crossing the lines. Just never ceases to amaze me. Now, a few comments before I end this. And again, the comment section is on his side. This guy says, you gave her a second chance, and even after some time between what happened, she cannot even see what she did could have led to a life-threatening situation for the both of you. It's a good thing you dumped her. All the best for you. Another guy says here, I just want to say be proud of yourself. Your patience is admirable, and also the way you stood on business, even though she tried to invalidate your feelings and the absolute seriousness of the situation. My blood was boiling reading both posts. I wish you the well in the future. Another one. She's a narcissist, ding, ding, ding. Smear campaign, gaslighting, the flying monkey, the whole bit. You dodged a bullet. You do not want a relationship with that person. It will bring nothing but problems. And don't have to apologize to people for not having the turnout that others may have wanted. And last one, this guy says here, you need to sue her. Liars and abusers don't learn unless they have consequences. Well, I agree with that part, but probably it'll be very difficult for him to prove that wasn't. She'll probably would be crying and carrying on, and they probably wouldn't be able to prove that she did what she did, you know. Her parents are just wasting their money sending their waterhead baby to college. Might as well go into fixing her mistake and somebody worthy of an education, getting her spot at the school. The old adage, a fool and their money are soon parted, is made for this whole family. All you've done by not holding her accountable for her is abuse, reinforce the idea that she can continue to be reckless, ignorant, and get away with it. The next dude might not be so lucky enough to be able to fix her destruction or survive. Consider the lawsuit or community service to public safety. Well, that'd be great if he could sue her or she got into trouble for this, but in reality, it probably wouldn't happen. It'd be his word against hers, and she'd probably cry and put on a bunch of drama and all that. But sooner or later, something's going to happen because of her immaturity and stupidity. And I hope that one day, you know, he's driving down the street and sees her on the side of the road in an orange jumpsuit picking up garbage, and she's doing community service for something stupid she's pulled. But the reality is, when it comes to people like this, they usually pull stupid crap and somebody else suffers because of their stupidity. You know, like he could have suffered if they hit somebody, you know, because it'd be him behind bars, likely not her. And somebody could be seriously injured or worse, you know. So, but this guy at least doesn't have to have her in his life, so good for him. Alright guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.